Welcome my friends, Evan Gray here. Thank you for joining me for this episode. Today I'm going to show you what it's like 4th of July celebrating Independence Day in Bisbee, Arizona. Let's roll the intro and get into it. I'm not too far outside of Bisbee, and my friends Chris and Tracy are coming to pick me up, so I'm walking down my driveway. They're going to meet me here in just a couple of minutes, pick me up, and we're going downtown to Old Bisbee. There's two areas, new and old, and we're going down to Old Bisbee for celebrations down there, and it should be really fun for you. I apologize for the wind noise, apologize in advance for that. I'm out at the edge of my property here at the pavement, and about a week ago I had a gate installed. This is a temporary gate at my north driveway, the original dirt road that was here at the property when I bought it. And so this is just sort of temporary for a year or two until I get my other driveway put in and get a culvert built. So anyway, this is a good security thing and my sign here to keep people out. And it looks like my ride has arrived. Chris and Tracy coming to pick me up. All right, I get to ride in the back seat here.
I had to wear the red pants today.
Tracy's wearing her red pants. Every time she wears her red pants, I compliment her because they look awesome. We have arrived. We're right at the edge of Bisbee, and interestingly enough, back here is a big mining pit. This is at the edge of Old Bisbee as you're coming into town, and there's a big mining pit back here, not really used anymore. I think they're using some of those residual tailings, but not really very active. So we're walking into Old Bisbee, which is right ahead of me. Let me turn the camera around so you can see. So this is the entry ramp area off the road here, and you can see all the vehicles parking for today's events. And up here is the valley. Bisbee's inside of this valley. It's an old mining town. A lot of the architecture here is 1800s. You have to watch your steps because these sidewalks are just all sorts of little steps up and down. And all these little gift shops here that are selling things. It's really become mostly a tourist town today, and there's lots of tourists coming here from Tucson, which is an hour and a half, 2 hours away, and from Tombstone, which is about 20 minutes away. It's a major tourist hub. Another very famous thing here is the ghost tours. So they have a lot of tours in the evenings and people that spend the night in haunted hotels and things like that. Not really my thing, but it is fascinating and interesting. Here's a coffee roastery here. You can see the roaster and all the equipment and the gear. Over here's the coffee shop side. So this retro equipment, really gorgeous stuff. I just love all of the eclectic, interesting, and artistic things they have here. A lot of arts, murals and things. You'll see those pretty soon. There's some remnants or reminders of the old mining days with the old mining bucket, old mining car. This is right before the park in the downtown area. All the 1800s architecture. Old massive chain being used here for the fencing. You have the downtown area shut off and closed down today for a special event, which you'll get to see in just a couple of minutes. Bisbee is about 5,000 feet above sea level. That's about the same as Denver, Colorado, a mile above sea level. At that elevation, it has a full 4 seasons, so they get a very light snow in the winter, and the summers are in the mid-90s. Might get a day or two where it pushes close to 100, but overall, it's not that bad. Over here is an old mining car setup. Some explosive cars here. That's an interesting gizmo. It must be the engine. Oh, it's a gunite sprayer. I have no idea what that is. There's the mining museum, local town mining museum. Some rocks in front of it. A little park area. Across the street is the local mall. Very small mall. Maybe 6 stores in it, something like that. It's all just very, very charming here. So this morning, in a few minutes, they have a race going on here. So they've closed down the downtown. It's very similar to soapbox derby cars, but these are a different variation. Instead of being focused on children and the smaller cars, these are larger vehicles with adults in them and probably higher speeds. So they have the downtown area shut off, and we're coming to the bottom of the hill where they will be ending their race. Behind me back here is the mall area. One of my favorite coffee shops is in there, and you can see the crowds all around for the race that's about to begin just in a few minutes here this morning. All right, the first coaster has just left the starting gates. It's going to be here in about 3 minutes. Okay, the car's getting close. It's getting close. Should be coming around this corner just a couple of seconds. Well, bad news, folks. That one didn't make it all the way down. He had a problem. Have to wait for the next one. All right, I am too slow. I'm just sitting here socializing, chatting with Tracy, and waiting for the cars to come down. And by the time people start cheering and the car is rounding the corner, I stand up, turn on the camera, the car is gone. It's just gone. So I will have to actually stand up there and work a little harder to get a video of this thing coming around the corner. Finally got one on camera going past, although I wasn't super close. But you can get an idea. These are really high quality cars and much better quality than some of those that I've seen in the past. This next car is car number 7, so I've got to get it on video. So that one was the first kid and car number 7. Pretty impressive. Okay, that car 7 you just saw, the driver is up here, and I'm going to do a little interview with him.
Leandro Donahue from Bisbee, Arizona.
Okay, and what was your car number?
Number 7.
How many times have you done this?
2.
Okay, what was it like?
Nervous a little bit and going very fast. 53 miles per hour.
53 miles an hour. It's almost breaking the speed limit through town.
Almost. There he is.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we've seen enough cars, and it's starting to get warm out here. It's been in the high 90s lately, so we're headed back, and I may catch some more events here in Bisbee this afternoon, this evening, but that's enough for the downtown Old Bisbee area. All right, I'm back at my land, and Chris and Tracy just dropped me off. Going to go back into my rig, get cooled off, get some food, and maybe this afternoon go back out. There's lots of activities going on today in Bisbee, but it's just a little hot, and I have what's called Goldilocks Syndrome, which is where I like the weather to be just right, which it's starting to get actually a little too warm for me right now. It's probably 85, yeah, upper 80s, or no, maybe 85, and it just gets a little too warm. So a little bit of a preference for perfect weather and being comfortable, but I think when you're a nomad for so many years, you just sort of adjust to the lifestyle of going with the weather and enjoying perfect weather all the time. So it's going to take me a while to acclimate back to these temperature swings, to being hot in the summer and cold in the winter. It's about 7 o'clock. It's getting very close to sunset. I guess actually the sun has set right now. Back over here, I'll show you in just a second. Fireworks should be starting, probably hour and a half. I'm going to get together again with Chris and Tracy, drive into town and check out the fireworks here. I think for a small city, probably in the budget, I don't really have necessarily high expectations. It's more like a social gathering and a celebration of the birth of the United States. So I think that's more what it's about, and being with friends. So that's what I'm going to participate in this evening. Let's show you this sunset. This is the view from my deck here, and hopefully I can keep it in focus. What I'm seeing here on the camera doesn't do this justice because the sunsets here in Arizona are absolutely gorgeous, just spectacular. Sometimes when there's more clouds in the sky, it is just really, really impressive. I am a little bit concerned because you can probably hear there's a lot of wind. It's about 14-15 miles an hour on my weather station up there. I can see it inside, and that might be a little bit high for the fireworks, but they're supposed to calm down like 9:30, 10 o'clock. That may be a little bit too late for them to send the fireworks up. That said, Bisbee and Warren, where they're going to be having the fireworks, is sort of nestled in a valley, so you've got the barrier of the mountains around, so it might actually be in a calm zone. I'm going to do the outro here of watching the fireworks go up. You'll see a little bit of that, but that's all I basically have for my commentary. Thank you so much for watching. Savor the moment, and I'll see you in a future episode.